Hello, my fiendish friends. This is my response to the question sent to me from Sect of the Horned God. And I already sent the questions to the administration in an email, but I figured I'd make a video of my answers and post it so everyone can get to know me a little better. As you know, my name's Jacob. I'm 19, and I'm somewhat of a recent convert. I don't like to use convert because I agree with Anton LaVey when he says that you are born a Satanist, and I find that true because that's just your nature. It's inherent. But it's only in the past 3 or 4 months that I've truly began to identify myself as one. But in my opinion, I've always been one. First question, my personal definition of Satanism. Satanism, in my opinion, is a philosophy that glorifies man's animalistic nature. I also see it as a tool of liberating the mind from the fear and guilt that's been programmed into our brains by the right-hand path, specifically Christianity in my case, because for many years I was very Judeo-phobic. I was just filled with absolute fear of this God that's going to come down and crush me if I don't behave like a good little boy. So, once this is like a mind-scrubbing tool to free yourself from all that fear and all that guilt. It is a philosophy that celebrates life and the here and now, rather than one that dwells on death. Excuse me. Scoring brownie points for the afterlife. It allows us to unleash that fun-loving devil within ourselves and have a hell of a good time. Does myth and ritual have any meaning in your life? Oh yeah. I strongly identify with the character of Lucifer in Christian mythology, as he was the one that had enough of all God's crap and being told what to do. I also identify with many characters in Norse. I'm sorry, computer's being an ass. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I also strongly identify with characters in Norse mythology, particularly Odin and Loki. Odin representing to me knowledge, and Loki representing my sense of humor and trickery, and my somewhat fiendish nature. Not particularly malevolent, but very fiendish and devilish. Anyway. In what faith... Oh, let me finish this real quick. Of course, I do not believe in any of... I am calling on gods or demons of any kind. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm reading directly from my email because I have a hard time memorizing stuff and saying it. Ugh. But it's a ritual. Ritual is also very important to me as a way of destroying all negative energy and thoughts that hinder me. Of course, I do not believe I'm calling on gods or demons of any kind in a literal sense. Rather, I'm using the archetypes to achieve goals in my mind to achieve my goals. It's mental theater. If I do a ritual, I'm doing things calling upon the name of Loki. I'm calling upon that mischievous fiend within myself. And of course, anyone with half a brain realizes that's what ritual is all about. You're not actually calling on a god or a demon of any kind. And what faith were you reared in, if any? Fire and brimstone Pentecostal. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! He's gonna smite thee, oh Lord! Yes, I was baptized by the flung from my pastor's mouths into the front pews of the church. My upbringing wasn't very strict, but the church did quite a number on my mind, driving me nearly insane for a while. What thinkers or philosophers have had the biggest influences on you? H.P. Lovecraft, who formed my view of the universe. Anton LaVey, it goes without saying. John Lydon of the Sex Pistols. He is Loki. He embodies Loki, in my opinion. He's very, just his, fuck I ain't my four eyes. He just throws his middle finger up at the society that wants to keep him bound. I read his autobiography, and it is just, it stuck with me. I consider him and me kindreds. He and I. Sorry for my incorrect grammar. I consider he and I kindred spirits, in a way. Friedrich Nietzsche, of course. Nihilism has been pretty central to me for a while. Carl Jung, his theory of personality. I've come out to be an INTP, which is pretty true. Although some of them say that INTPs are inclined towards mathematics, I've never been a big fan of math. Never been too good at it. It's not my thing. George Carlin. How can you not love Carlin? And Bill Hicks. Comedians and geniuses, both of them. In which abilities do you excel? Writing, speaking, networking, computers, art, humor, sex appeal. Well, sex appeal damn sure ain't one of them. But writing, my essays were always highly commended in high schools, and my songs and poetry I think are pretty good too. I'd write essays, and teachers would, they'd pass them around to other teachers because of how articulate they were. E, which is art, mostly singing and music. I do punk, post-punk vocals, alternative rock. I'm not the best vocalist in the world, but I think I'm pretty good. I'm still working on, perfecting my voice, but since I'm doing punk, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's really just about getting your point across. And of course, you guys know I do MS Paint doodles out of boredom. F, humor. I think I'm a pretty funny guy as long as you can handle my offensive and very, very dark sense of humor. And B, speaking to a lesser extent. I'm still working on my speaking, as you guys can probably tell. Tell us something about yourself, your interests and goals, what you want out of life. I enjoy a wide range of music, everything from classical music. I love Bach and Beethoven and Wagner. Punk rock, of course. Goth, like Bauhaus and The Cure. Electronic music, like Kraftwerk. Irish folk and pagan music. I hope to start a punk rock band one day. In life, my main goal is just to be happy and enjoy my short existence. I do hope to go to college one day when I'm able to and have the financial ability to get in and pay all my tuition and everything, and possibly get a PhD in philosophy. Because I would love to tell people how pointless their lives are and have the educational background to say that with authority. I would also like to help liberate people from guilt and fear created by religion. Only, however, if they want to be free. I'm not running around seeking converts, but if anyone truly wants help to get out of that and scrub their minds clean, then I'm more than happy to introduce them to the left-hand path and different philosophies in order to help themselves become free. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, and I hope to really become a part of the Sect of the Horned God and make whatever significant contribution that I can. So thanks for watching and peace out.